Hello, it's the Randy Duck and welcome back for another video. Today I've got two replays to show you in the Tier 9 American Tech Tree medium tank, the M46 Patton. Now in this first replay we are platooned up with our buddy DNL, so he's a very good player and a good friend of mine. And we're on, well, essentially proc, but it's the Halloween version, which is actually pretty cool. And yeah, we're going to see what we can do. There's two enemy fun police in the game and one enemy light tank. So we are going to have to be careful of those enemy fun police, enemy artillery, but they don't sort of start shooting us from above. But thankfully now we've got the artillery indicator that will at least give us sort of some sort of notification if they are about to try and ruin our game. Now, we're going to play the middle because I want to play that sort of location. This tank's got 10 degrees of gun depression, so it plays the ridge lines really well. You've got 390 alpha, and then on the standard APCR rounds, you've got 1,478 shell velocity, so you've got really decent standard rounds, which has about 268 penetration, and then you've got for those tougher targets, the 330 heat pen, with 1,173 shell velocity, which is not bad for a heat round. So at the start of this game, we managed to get a couple of shots in. We're trying to not overextend too much. The fun police indicators coming off, so we need to try and do a little bit of dodge and trying to avoid the focus of the enemy artillery there. And I'd probably say this tank, as a Tech Tree Tier 9, it's got to be right up there, one of the best Tier 9 mediums. I think it's had like buffs and nerfs, and constantly through this tank, but right now it's still a very solid Tier 9 medium, and it's got to go down as one of my probably all-time favourites really. I mean, I genuinely like the patterns anyway, but yeah, this is quite just a solid medium tank. So you've got a little bit of armour, you've got gun depression, you've got a good gun, you've got mobility. It's pretty much good at everything really. So we're just trying to get a few shots, and we are a couple of tanks down, and it looks like we've lost the hill on the other side. I'm not too concerned about that, because if we can win the one line, then it's not going to matter that much. We might be able to trap the enemy team in that side, but it does kind of put up the pressure a little bit to try and win this one line quicker. And our platoon mate Daniel is starting to push up that one line, so I want to be in a position to shoot what she's going to spot, to make his sort of advance worth it. I want to punish stuff, so that enemy scorpion gets detected and we do put in the punish, putting him onto a one shot. This enemy mutant now gets detected as well. We're going to go for the drive wheel track shot, try and track him in place. Pays off because we get a penetration shot and he gets finished off before he's able to get off of his tracks repaired there, putting us onto about 1,000 damage, sorry, 1,500 damage, 1,000 assistance, track assistance. So a fairly decent game. Daniel's continuing the pressure down the one line. We've realised we've lost the other side, so I'm going to try and get into a position to cover him. We get into the bowl, we pick up the enemy kill on the Scorpion G there, and enemy fun police is looking to shoot us, so we're just trying our best. Once you've got in this bowl, it's a little bit risky because enemy artillery can kill you, but we kind of know the artillery is down the one line, and if they get detected, I'm going to be able to put in a position to shoot them, and I suspect they're going to get detected soon. So enemy artillery does get detected. We're going to focus that artillery because we want to, we know the heavy tank can't go anywhere now. It's kind of stuck there. So we just want to focus the artillery before he leaves. Get the blind shot on, and we do pick up the kill there on the first enemy artillery. Now we can focus our attention onto this heavy tank here. Turns his turret, so we get one straight through his turret, putting us onto about 1,200 assistance. 2,500 damage there, and brings this game back into our favour to a 10 versus 7. And now we're going to push over because we know the majority of the enemy team is on the other side. I'm pretty sure this leopard is just here by itself. Maybe there's some tanks covering him at the back of the train track, but it looks like the enemy team is pushed further forward, so we are going to try and get some shots on this leopard. We do get one in before he leaves, putting that leopard onto a one shot, and he gets taken out by our friendly VZ-120 there, and only 6 tanks remaining now, which are all on the other side of the map, which should just be trapped there, but there shouldn't really be anywhere they can go now. And if we just pinch them from both sides, we should be able to get some damage in. try and get one into 705, and we actually spot the enemy T30 on the hill. So obviously that's got a really big nasty gun, so we are going to focus at T30, and I also want to keep him detected. I don't want him to get out of this position. We go for the drive wheel shot there, track him in place, and we're just going to see if we can try and finish him off. He is looking to shoot us. We're only trying to show a little bit of our turret. Obviously he can hit it, and he will pen it, he will go through our turret, but we're full health. We can take those little bits of gambles here and there now. And we do pick up the kill, confirming our 4th kill of the game, putting us onto 4,000 damage, 2,400 assistance. Try and get a shot into the Inferno before it goes hull down, because Inferno does have a really solid turret for a tier 8 medium. It's probably one of the decent Halloween tanks. It is a pretty solid tank there if you don't have that one. But we're looking to try and get some more shots in. We can afford to eat shots at this point, like I say, so I was taking a bit more time. And we get shot from what looks like it's a tank destroyer at the back, which we are not going to be able to spot. But what I really want to happen is our team to pincer down the bottom of the one line, bottom of our spawn, to try and put them in a crossfire. I've bled a lot of hit points kind of unnecessarily here, unfortunately. We try and get a shot into Inferno as he leaves. We don't quite manage it. We know they've got no tanks on the hill now, so if we just push up at the sort of the bottom of the tracks on our spawn, you can come behind these tanks. It'll keep them detected, because this enemy 705, he's just hard aiming us. He's hull down to us. It's difficult for us to pen. But if our friendly team poke the other side, then they're just going to get easy shots into him from behind. And that's really what I'm waiting for at the moment, because if they turn this tank, I'll be able to get shots into him. We try and get one into the medium. Unfortunately, we bounce, but thankfully we don't get tracked and killed there. And now we're going to look to try and get one into that TD, which shot us earlier. Again, that 705, I'd like to get shots into him, but he's hull down. But now our friendly team are going behind him. He's no longer really safe. We try and get a shot into that UDES. We do get a shot, and he gets taken out by a demolisher. This game is practically done now. The 705, you see, he's hull down. I can't get the shots, but he's not going to last long. Now our friendly team are looking to go behind them. Once we've killed him, we can probably move on and try and get shots into that TD and that Inferno. 705 is doing a good job though of really just trying to stay alive, doing as much as we can. We try and get a shot into that Inferno, gets unlit, but we get a nice blind fire there straight through his turret, putting us onto 5,000 damage. Looking again, I want to try. I know the enemy TD's down there, so I've got to be careful. This Inferno's also looking for shots into us, so it's not ideal. But a TD gets detected. We're going to just wait and try and get a shot in. At this point, I think we're pretty confident we're going to get the win here. The enemy team are trapped. We do get a nice shot into the TD. 705 gets shut down as well, which leaves us the one tank, which we'd like to try and get a Top Gun on if we can. We try and get that 6th medal. So we're going to go in. If his tank high rolls slightly, it probably will be able to one-shot us. But we're just going to take that gamble because, let's look at it. We've got 7v1, and I think even if I die here, we should be able to do enough. So we get one shot in, putting him onto a one shot in. He misses his shot, and now it's just a case of, do I get the reload in to pick off the kill? About to pull the trigger for the Top Gun, and he gets shut down by our Vanguard. And unfortunately, we don't pick up that 6th kill to finish off the game. But we do have a decent game, so let's just see how we got on. We got 5 kills, we got 5,600 damage, 2,600 assistance with the ace tank at a high caliber. I think we blocked about 1,000 there. And that brings us an end to replay number 1, but one more replay to come, so I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so here we are for replay number 2, and we are on Canis. Now, this is a tier 10 lobby, and there's 2 enemy fun police in the game, 1 enemy light tank. I think the enemy light tank's a Vanguard, which can be a bit of a tricky tank to deal with at times. They are a little bit of a pest. Now, we're going to try and take an aggressive position at the start, which is what I like to do in the medium tanks, and just spot out the north and try and get any early assistance, any early damage. And once I sort of won, I feel like I've won that side, and then I can then got the freedom to turn around. But I just like to push it out at the start, because sometimes you can catch something if you get there early enough. And we do manage to spot this grill who is not in a good position, and we're hopefully can try and get a shot into him before he leaves here. We do get one in. He's taking punishment from our friendly team. We're just going to wait to see if he pokes back out again. He does. We get one shot in, put him into one shot, and he gets taken out by our friendly medium tank there, which is nice. And we're just going to utilise this position to spot any tanks crossing like this and pick up the damage where we can. So we've had a decent start to this game. You know, we picked up some damage early, picked up some assistance, and we managed to, with the help of our team, take out a tier 10 tank destroyer, which is obviously going to, you know, increase our chances of winning the game if we can take out tanks like that early doors. But I'm a little bit conscious because conscious, don't know if that's the right word. You know, I can see tanks coming behind me, and this is not good because I'm now put in a weird situation. So I'm trying to get ready to prepare against them. Unfortunately, I'm getting shot by the Italian Bagetto, which was shooting us earlier. We'd get one into him, put them onto a one-shot. I'm trying to face my frontal armour forward, but also keep myself protected from the tanks behind. We get one shot into that enemy Vanguard, who does a little, you know, full send mission on us there. And now we're trying to finish off this Italian tank. Unfortunately, we missed that shot. Was a slim picking shot, but we would like to get him out. But at least we forced him off of that position because an enemy I7 is full poking out looking for shots into us, and this is not good. I need the help from my friendly team here. Thankfully, he misses that shot, and we actually punish him twice. We get 2 shots in for that. But the enemy Vanguard is now sort of full sending again. He didn't really get punished by a friendly team, but at least now he's on reload. And we're just going to ignore him while he's on reload because I've got other problems to deal with. I've got this I7, but it looks like he has backtracked around that corner. And I'm just waiting to see if he does come again. I want to shoot him. Thankfully, we did put enough damage into him, but it has, you know, between that and the Vanguard, we're now on, you know, 500 hit points. So that's not ideal, but I can't quite retreat yet because I know there's that enemy charioteer there. I'm just keeping an eye on the hit points. I've noticed that IS-7 is a one-shot. That's very good for me because if he tries to do that again, then we should be able to kill him if we catch him in one shot. Try and get one into that Vanguard. We do hit him. Unfortunately, he does track damage, which can be frustrating when you're fighting those enemy pests. They can be difficult to hit as it is. But we've had a decent game. We've got 1,000 assistance, sort of 3,600 of our own damage. But I feel like this position is outlived its position now. The enemy charioteers got taken out, which frees us to, you know, to come back. I don't want to stay there and then get clipped by the Vanguard. I know that IS-7 is a one-shot, so initially I was going to kill the IS-7, but then this enemy Conqueror is on a one-shot, so I take out the Conqueror first, back round, and now I'm looking to try and kill that enemy IS-7 so we can take out a second tier 10 heavy tank there, and we do manage to do so, putting us onto 2 kills, 4,600 damage. And at this point, I'm thinking, you know what? I'm going to force that enemy Vanguard out of this position. He looks like he's running anyway, but I just want to make sure he does. And if he does run, I want to try and get a shot in before I try and turn around. I never completely push this side. I only go as far as this position because I find if you go any further up, you've got camping tanks on their hill, and it can be a little bit awkward for you. You can get shot, and I don't want to take that risk, especially when I'm so low health. I'm going to come back round to try and deal with some of these tanks. It looks like the enemy medium STB1 has taken a bit of a beating, which is good for us. So we're thinking, can we just try and get a shot into that tank? So we're looking to try and get a shot, but as that happens, an enemy Ragnarok gets taken out. Now I need to be careful because that Ragnarok, if he just full sends around this corner like this, he can clip us out. So I'm pulling back round so that if he does do so, he can get shot by our friendly tanks. But I think he's kind of realised that, so he hasn't, you know, completed it. Now we have help of our friendly IS-7 tanks, and now we can go in. We can use this IS-7 who's on full hit points to try and get the shots in once this Ragnarok fires. The Ragnarok's dumping this clip. We put him on the one shot. He should get taken out by the IS-7. He actually gets taken out by our friendly artillery, and now we can afford to go into this SB1. We can actually eat one shot off of this tank if we have to. Looking to try and get a shot in. He's actually shot, so we get one tank in, shot in. Put him onto a one shot. We're just going to wait here on reload. Again, like we can just trade this shot out for the kill if we need to. Thankfully, we don't have to. We do take him out. Putting this onto 3 kills and 5,000 odd damage. With 4 tanks remaining. 2 enemy artilleries, an enemy heavy tank, and that enemy Vanguard from earlier. Just checking the hit points as we make our advance. So that M103 looks like is the best target for me to try and get some damage in here. We are, you know, we've outnumbered the tanks now. We should win this game. It's just about finishing this strong. Enemy M103 gets taken out by our E4 before we get a shot. So this Vanguard's looking to get a shot in. He's bounced one. He can't kill us now, but he can put us onto a one shot. Thankfully, he misses his second shot, and now that Vanguard's clipped out, we can just ignore him. He gets taken out anyway, and there's just 1 tank remaining, which is the enemy artillery. So we're going to swap to the HE rounds because we can pen this artillery with the HE rounds. and then try and pick up a little bit more damage if we can, and then yeah, just see what we can finish this game off. And you know, we've had a decent game considering it's a tier 10 lobby. At this point I'm thinking I'm probably not going to get a chance. It's going to get shut down before we're able to get a shot in, but thankfully we just squeeze it in to take out another tank and brings us then to the video on the M46 Patton. So let's just see how we got on, and then we'll say goodbye. We got 4 kills, just shy of 6,000 damage, 1,000 assistance, 900 blocked. We get the ace tanker and the high caliber there, and yeah, that is it for the video. So thank you so much for watching, and happy tanking.
Enemy in sight. Hadouken!